Yep. About to go live when niggas will up. All right, what's good, Vong here? You already know week 5 happened, so we about to wrap that bitch up. Um, I didn't see any of the fights, by the way, so niggas come in here talking the UFC shit. I only saw like the highlights and then the fat nigga interview, which was hilarious. That was cool. But anyways, yeah. Congrats to the Russian guy, whoever his last name is, because McGregor been on some wild shit. All right, week 5 wrap up. I'm gonna go ahead and start with by the way, Vaughn here was good. Colts, Pats. I mean, what you want me to say? Is Tom Brady doing what he does? You know, Colts O line was pretty cool. I didn't know like they were this good. They were keeping, nigga protected and shit. Andrew Luck was pretty protected. He wasn't getting hit like that. And I first, like, I'm not gonna lie, Colts started getting their ass whooped. Tom Brady just bombing shit. And it started to look like the Colts were going to come back until, like, that pick off the dude's hands, like, it bounced up. A lot of tip drill picks this week, by the way. Check that out. It's been a lot of tip drill picks this week. So, and lineman picks, too. Colts defense, yeah, they just gave up after that. Like, they was just deflated after that pick. Like, they was like, fuck it. Like, we don't got to try anymore. Should have been a better game. Coach mistakes cost them the game. I mean, that's usually how it is. I thought they were better than this, especially what they did to us for week 2. But, best believe. I'm going to go on a rant about us. Believe that. I don't even I don't have the shirt on today. It's just anyways, yeah. Pats took that. Bengals, Dolphins. I mean, this was a good game, bro. Like, simple mistakes fuck the Dolphins D. You know what I'm saying? Like, simple mistakes. I mean, that D tackle face mask pick to the crib, that changed the whole game. The Dolphins were in control of the whole game until that. You know what I'm saying? Like Tannehill shit bounced off. They threw that pick. I mean, that fucked a lot of things up. I mean, Bengals D stepped up when it mattered at the end. And they pretty much, they stole one, plain and simple. I thought the Dolphins was just going to take that, especially after that punt return and all that. But, yeah, Bengals just stole one from you, It's nothing you can really do. They capitalized off the simple mistakes, and then the D stepped up at the end when it mattered. And, yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. Do better. Don't throw picks at the line of scrimmage. I feel like that changed the whole game. Bengals taking that. Broncos, Jets, honestly, that's another one I got wrong. But Jets run game. Isaiah Crowell, Bilal Powell, like them niggas is serious. Like they ran all over that Broncos D, and the Broncos D, that's not an easy D to run all over. So that says a lot about the Jets running game. Sam Darnold, Robbie Anderson. I feel like we're gonna see that all season and for some years to come. That's a beautiful connection. I like what them niggas doing over there in the Jets organization. I'm not gonna lie. Broncos D, they weren't shitty. They just weren't ready. Like, they just weren't ready. I mean, and the Jets D just stepped up when it matters. Like, they made plays. So, yeah, man, Jets earned that win fair and square. I didn't see nothing really wrong with that. From what I seen, they was just balling. And if you get run all over, and look, it's different ways you lose the game. If your quarterback just keeps getting sacked, or 2, if your defense just can't stop the run at all. Like, they're going to lose. Like, that's just plain and simple. Like, you're going to lose. Chargers, Raiders. I mean, that motherfucker Eckler, fast as shit. Little running back nigga, he's fast as shit. I haven't seen, like, I know it's like a few fast niggas I'll be looking out for because for the cheat, Tyreek Hill, Odell, a few other niggas I can't name right now, but that nigga Eckler is fast as shit, I must say. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, that was crazy. Melvin Gordon was running through niggas. I mean, the Chargers, they looking scary. I'm not gonna lie. That offense is looking fully equipped. It's looking fully equipped. I mean, that Martavius Bryant fumble fucked the Raiders' momentum up, but he was already getting your ass washed. Phillip Rivers got that quick trigger. You know what I'm saying? The Chargers' offense, it's serious. It's really serious. Another thing, like, it's either the Chargers were great or the Raiders were just ass. Because the way the game was going, Carr kept getting sacked. Derek Carr was constantly under pressure, and like that his lines, his motherfucking pocket just kept collapsing on him. It's like the motherfucker was stuck in a room during an earthquake. That's how it looked like. That's what it looked like. Like Derek Carr was like in a basement apartment, and every single play was an earthquake. The nigga had no time. It was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and then the whole time, Phillip Rivers in there cooling, like relaxed, very relaxed in the pocket. That's another, you got to add that in number 3. That's another way, like, you could tell a team's going to lose. Like, when their quarterback is extremely rushed and the other team's quarterback is extremely relaxed. Like, that's how I could just tell you're going to lose after that. You know what I'm saying? Chargers took that one. I mean, they're nasty. What you want us to say? They're fucking nasty. I'm scared of them on the low. I'm serious. That's an AFC championship contender right there. Rams, Seahawks. Look, Seahawks was shooting early. Seahawks, they started shooting early, and that's when I go on my whole like Russell Wilson rant. Like, the Seahawks are still raw. I don't know who's over here talking about, oh, nah, it's over for the Seahawks. Like, no, shut up. No, they're not. They're still raw. As long as they got Russell Wilson, they're still raw, bro. Russell is fucking nasty. Like, understand this. You niggas over here, it's over for them. Oh, Cam Chancellor retired. This nigga, he's done. Like, it doesn't matter, son. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we already talked about the Rams is different because we already talked about their immaculate pass game. Like, they have probably the best passing game in the league. So this is not a good example to, you know what I'm saying, for that. But and either way, it was a great game. You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson, that Seahawks pass game, it was precise, you know. This was one of them games where no particular team played bad. Pete Carroll just got outcoached. You know, he got outcoached, and towards the end, Todd Gurley started running all over the defense. So I guess you could say Todd Gurley exposed that defense at the end. But all in all, it was a good game. I mean, from what I've seen, you know, I mean, it's the Rams. Them niggas is sick now. Like, they're amazing now. But I just had to put that out there because niggas is talking crazy about the Seahawks. I'm like, the Seahawks are still nasty, son. The Seahawks will probably still whoop your team's ass. So I need niggas to just, you know, chill out. But yeah, Rams took that one. And great game. Chiefs Jags, one I was completely wrong about last week. I was talking about that the Jags were going to humble these niggas. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, Mahomes in this Chiefs pass game is next level. And like, it's like an AFC version of the Rams, but with like a more mobile QB. I'm not saying Goff isn't. I'm just saying Mahomes is next level. Like, I mean, Jacksonville, they supposed to be a top 3 defense, and they got exposed. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least they finally picked him off. You know, they had 2 picks on him. He finally threw some picks, but I mean, what you want me to say? They were getting caught all game. Somebody on DBs was getting caught slipping, and this is a fucking top tier defense. Like, I'm happy they got those 2 picks just to humble this little nigga, but I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, this is another AFC championship contender, and I'm telling you, when the Chiefs play the Chargers, that's going to be a serious game. Like, it's going to, for the division, it's going to be real fucking serious. You know what I'm saying? I see Jags D tried to make it interesting at the end with the picks and the onside recovers, but that Chiefs defense said, fuck all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They shut the Jags down, and that's all it really came down to towards that. Like, offense got shut down. You getting passed all over. You feel me? Like, it's just hard, you know. So I don't think, you know, tough loss for the Jags, but these Chiefs niggas, they're pretty serious. I must say, they're pretty damn serious. We got Steelers Falcons next, and I was wrong last week too. I think it's over for the Steelers. We could go ahead and just transfer that to the Falcons. Sorry. I went on that rant. Like, I think it's over for the Steelers. Look, I mean, the Steelers balled, and it's fucked up because I think the Falcons are a good team. They're just having an unfortunate season. Steelers D looked pretty good. I mean, Antonio Brown was exposing the Falcons pass defense. You know what I'm saying? And even like the Steelers running game was decent with the new dude. So, and it's not even that the Falcons played bad. They just got outplayed. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. So, Yeah, they couldn't stop that. They couldn't stop that air game. Ben to Antonio. Ben was balling. I must say, Ben was balling. Steelers look good. Steelers was out there looking good. And unless the Falcons win like 5 straight, it's over for y'all. Like it's really that's how I really feel. Unless they just start next week and go on like a 5-game winning streak, which is possible, which is very possible. I'm not saying it's impossible because this is a good team. This is a scary pass offense still. So, unless they get on that wave, I think it's over for them. But good win for the Steelers. Ravens Browns, and I'm gonna give this the defensive game of the week. This shit was a defensive showcase. We got to watch both of these defense show out. Both of these defense just torture the offenses. It was real. You had to get extremely technical if you was an offensive coordinator in either of these teams. But pretty much field goal. Browns had one early TD, missed the extra point. I mean, towards the end, Browns just stole it, which is good because they had one stolen from them last week. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot who they were playing, but the Raiders, yeah. The Raiders let the Raiders steal one from them. So, I mean, look. And then when it comes down to, because this was a defensive battle. This is a defensive showcase. None of these teams are bad. One team just won. But when it comes down to who's really the better defense between those two, and those are two like top tier defense, top 5 defenses in the NFL right now, I'm gonna give it to the Browns. Browns defense looked fucking serious all day. They even had a block kick. So I'm gonna have to give it to them, bro. Impressive ass win. Impressive ass defense. The Browns are fucking scary. I told you niggas when the season started, it was just like it's kind of like the Falcons, like their losses. It's just unfortunate losses. It's not like there's some shit. So, hey, that's all I'm gonna say. Good win for the Browns. Packers Lions. I got this one right. By the way, my fantasy, I got my ass whooped. It's my first loss of the season, but I lost by like 65. That shit was embarrassing. And my pick'ems were pretty bad too. I'm happy I didn't place no wagers on them hoes and I was at Charlestown Hollywood Casino this week, and I was like, damn, I should put some wagers on my pick, but I won 7 out of 8, so I would have lost money. So we're gonna do our pigskin. We're gonna do our pick'em. I'm gonna do my pick'em at the end. But anyways, Packers Lions. I got this one right, thank God, because fuck the Packers. I'm honestly, that's just how I feel. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. I mean, Stafford and the Lions receiver core balling. You know what I'm saying? Lions D, they were impressive until they had Packers had like a little slight comeback. Aaron Rodgers doing the whole fling it up, niggas, type comeback shit. But honestly, I think the Packers could have came back, but Crosby kind of fucked them. He missed 4 field goals and made the one that absolutely did matter. So you made the one at the end, which is fine. I like that. Thank you. I wanted the Lions to win. I want either the Bears or the Lions to take this division. It's time for someone new. This whole season is really just about someone new. We want to see someone new. We're tired of seeing you niggas. I'm sorry. So good win for the Lions. Pass game looking, I don't want to say lethal, but type sniperish, I must say. Yeah, Lions took that one. Titans Bills. We finally know who the Bills QB is. And he was all right. I mean, I'm not gonna give him the win. I'm not gonna credit him like this is all because of Josh Allen, but he was all right. Like I'm not gonna, I finally know who it is. I'm gonna put some respect on his name. I mean, Bills D, pretty goddamn good. If you ask me, they had Tennessee struggling for everything. This was one could make this one of the defensive. It'll probably be ranked 3 in defensive games this week because this was a pretty defensive game. But Bills D was pretty raw, and we already know Titans D is raw. So, Bills D didn't even let them score a TD. That was 4 field goals. You know what I'm saying? And the Bills could have dominated this game if their offense was better. But you already know Titans D wasn't gonna let that shit happen. This was just Like I said, this was a defensive game, but Bills made the Bills offense made more plays. Bills offense got a little more leg room in there, and took that W. So shout out to them. I mean, I was wrong about that one too. I thought the Titans, were more lethal offense than that. But I should have known because that Philly win last week, even though it was impressive at OT, Cuz just threw it up and, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't convincing. Like the offense didn't convince me. Their offense struggled for like that to get there. So I should have known. Good win for the Bills, though. I finally know who your QB is. I mean, will that matter? I don't know. I really don't. 49ers and the Cardinals. I told y'all the Cardinals was going to win one soon. I was wrong about this one, too. I felt that shit coming because after last week's game, I was like, damn, these niggas actually got way better since they played us. When they played us was probably the worst they played all season, which was week 1. So, yeah, I knew they was getting one. Larry Fitzgerald is old as shit, and he's still out there. Like when you letting a nigga that old just out there cook you like that, as a receiver, like yeah, like I don't know. I think Niners pass defenses type soft, type Swiss cheese, very it's just not I don't know. I don't think it's good. I'll tell you that much. And then on top of everything, the Niners had no offense either. So it's like, they had like little plays every now and then. CJ Beathard, it's the nigga from Iowa. I'm not even gonna blame it on him because it could have been the Cards defense. Cards defense stepped up last week, kind of almost got him the dub. So I kind of thought they was gonna ball this week. I told y'all. I told y'all last week they're very close to getting their first dub. So congrats on the Cardinals on getting their first dub on this remedial 49ers offense. 49ers offense it's just remedial. I don't know what you want me to. I don't know who they beat. Yeah, whoever they beat, reevaluate your defense. That's just ridiculous. They're not good at all. I thought they were. They're not good. And I'm not blaming this on Garoppolo either. I'm just saying, like, all in all, like, who is the I don't even know who the second stringer for, like, who the quarterback is for let me look that up. I have to look that up. I can't just let that oh, that is CJ Beathard. So I'm thinking, so I'm thinking of CJ Beathard. There we go. I'm thinking of Josh Rosen, actually. Josh Rosen for the Cards. Yeah, CJ Beathard. Yeah, bro. Then y'all was just struggling. I don't know. Y'all was struggling like shit. All right. I don't want to give the Cardinals defense this much credit, but I guess it might just be because they just had your niggas struggling. Good win for the Cardinals. Vikings, Eagles. I actually saw this game, the end of this game. Vikings D-line with the defensive TD. Impressive, especially on the Eagles. Like any win on the Eagle is impressive, even last week. Vikings offense, Kirk Cousins, Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen. Them niggas look lethal, man. Like that's without Dalvin Cook. Like these niggas, I was talking shit in the beginning, like fuck Kirk Cousins, but them niggas are raw, bro. They got offense, so that's something to be aware about. Because if your team plays them, I just hope you have defense. Y'all better have defense, some type of DB. Because also it took the Eagles too long to score, so that means their D is pretty nice too. Because it took you to the fourth quarter to score, and then they made it interesting after they started scoring, but it was too late. It was too little, too late. They could have got it back if the Eagles would have got the onside back. They would have won this game, I believe so, because their offense decided to step up in the fourth quarter after they were down, had to play catch up. But when it comes down to if you have to like hope on an onside kick, you probably losing that game. You probably, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Vikings. They took that. Eagles, just woke up too late. I'm not saying the Eagles aren't raw. The Eagles are still raw, but they just woke up way too late. Like if they started doing that shit in the third, they definitely would have won this game. But hey, I mean, woke up too late. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Good one, but for the Vikings, Giants, Panthers. All right, here we go. This was a pretty wild one. I mean, let me start off by this disclaimer: Odell or Saquon can't make the Giants good. You need you need an O line. You need. I'm not gonna say take away Eli yet. I'm not gonna say that, but if they had like a better O line, I feel like the Giants they would have won this game. They would have dominated. Not only that, just the Panthers was too deep, too lethal. Like for that Giants D, like no. Panthers had too much offense for that. Like they couldn't stop a few things. They couldn't stop Cam Newton. They couldn't stop Cam Newton out here running for first downs. McCaffrey, I didn't know McCaffrey was that raw. Like I didn't know he was just good. Like I seen him last year. Like oh shit, who's this little nigga? Okay, I see him. But it's return of the white running back. I respect it. I mean, he's raw. He's good. You know what I'm saying? And he gets the yards. He clearly did what he had to do against the Giants. I mean, it was too much. It was too much. Oh man, Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Panthers offense. Come on, man. They're too good for y'all. I'm not saying for the Giants. They weren't ready. You know. Towards the end, they started trading picks. That got a little annoying because Cam Newton I feel like Cam Newton. I don't know what the fuck. This nigga threw a pick. Eli throws a pick. Cam throws a pick. Eli throws a pick. Cam throws a pick. I'm just like, come on. What are we trading picks for? What is this? 7th grade? Don't trade picks. Come on. You niggas is grown. Towards that last pick, I mean, and then what happened? The touchdown, Giants touchdown, put them up 1. Panthers defense almost shot the bed on that one. And that's just, great. Nah, that was Saquon, actually. Saquon, that's the only thing. Saquon, you got on your knees. You cried too early, sir, because it was still about a minute and five seconds on that clock. And that's when the Cam and the Panthers decide to, make two like big plays. But Panthers got them to midfield after that, after they was down 1. And then Graham Gano did the rest. But Panthers, let's not ignore that Panthers defense did shit the bed. Like we can't, even though they still won, that Saquon touchdown, nigga, that was a little 20, 25 seconds later, that would have been game. Giants get the second win. You know what I'm saying? But nah, so they get the ball back. Panthers gets them to midfield. You would think they would do more than that, but I guess it wasn't. Let me take back that lethal word. I guess the Panthers offense wasn't as lethal as I said, as it was in the first half. Fuck it. First 3 quarters. Let's just say that. I mean, what else? They got them in midfield, and pretty much Graham Gano won this game for him. I mean, with the 63-yarder career, career farthest, whatever the fuck that's called, career longest. And then for the dub, I mean, that was just a clutch. You just have a great kicker, bro. Your defense should still get slandered, though. But good win for the Panthers, honestly. Texans, Cowboys, here we go. Because I finally got this one right. You know what I'm saying? I said the Texans. But I was real confident when I said the Texans. This Cowboys, this is the second defensive game of the week, by the way. This was a defensive ass showcase. This was a defensive ass game. I mean, Cowboys defense. Cowboys was just looking like they was going to win this game. Like the whole game. I don't know why. Even though, the Texans had big defensive plays and just big defensive, stops, shit like that. Texans, they couldn't get that 1 yard. They were stuck with them 1 yard every time it came down. This is when it comes to this one. I say like football. This is really like the exposed sport, because when it came down to it, when it came down to that 4th and 1, 4th and goal, they got exposed, bruh. It's either the Texans have no red zone offense, or the Cowboys' red zone defense is fucking next level, because that shit was beautiful. I mean, what you want me to say? They was stopping them every single time. So it was, and as for, I can't compliment the Cowboys offense because the Texans defense is fucking, it was out there making plays too. They were matching them. That's why this is the second defensive game of the week next to the Browns, because this was straight defensive. This shit went OT, and went to OT. And like I said, it seemed like the Cowboys was going to win. And then all of a sudden they turn the ball, they punt it away. And DeAndre Hopkins with the clutch OT yak. Really, that's who you could give this W to, really. Texas, DeAndre Watson with the nice little perfect little touch pass right there, by the way. But it took you like 5 quarters to do it, but it was perfect though, and it was clutch. And then DeAndre Hopkins with the yak, with the clutch OT yak, nigga, yards after catch, and got him all the way down to necessary. Had 2 spins on him. Get off me. That shit was nice. That shit, and it's not like the Cowboys D played bad. On the contrary, Cowboys D played fucking great. But it's just, look, man, you got to stop them all the way. And Hopkins, clutch, set them up for the field goal, set them up for the dub. Texans, they had to work real hard for that one. That's a hard win. All right, and last but certainly not least, we're gonna give this one the Redskins Saints, and I'm gonna give this the most pathetic loss of the week. That's right, I'm gonna go extra hard on my Skins. Most pathetic loss of the week, and now I'm just gonna go in on a little rant about a bunch of Drew Brees. Of course, he breaks it on us. We're the Skins. We get like records broke on us and shit like that. I remember, like, how many records have we got broke on us? Second, what's our Monday Night Football record? We're worse at Monday Night Football than any other team at anything. Like, we have the worst. We're like 2-22 or some shit like that. Something crazy like that. I forgot the exact number, but we are ass. And there's something about that too. But it's something about Drew Brees. Like, this had to be like a special moment, a beautiful moment. I feel like some of these plays, man, that shit was so pathetic. It looked like we just gave them the win. Because it's like, where was look, we're supposed to be a top 5 defense until we came in yesterday. That shit was just embarrassing, bro. Like, it was just an embarrassing game. And I couldn't even catch all the game, but most of the game that I caught, it was us getting shitted on somehow. You know what I'm saying? And that shit didn't really make sense to me. I mean, and then the offense, when I did like see glimmers of the offense, it's like Alex Smith throwing the pick directly at the dude. I mean, our offense tried to, towards the end, we scored that 1-minute TD, whatever. Like, I better not see this shit again. Like, I was gonna go in, I was gonna go more in, but this our second loss, and it was at on Monday Night Football at the Saints house, right as Drew Brees is about to break it. But I'm just saying, it feels like, it just looked like we purposely threw the game someplace. That's how bad the pass defense was. Like, where was niggas at? Like, where, like that? If I was in that DB film room, I mean, I could get material just from watching the DB film from that game, because that shit was embarrassing, bro. Like, honestly, that shit was sad. I was just looking at it like, wow, Skins are back to this old fucking ridiculous, just loser shit. So yeah, man, the Skins, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I better not see this shit ever again for the rest of the season, because that pass game, it just like it was just certain pass plays. I was just like, oh, we just want him to break it on us. Like, we just want him to fight. Yeah. Because that's not how it should have went. He should have threw some picks. It should have been a great game, and we got our ass dusted. We got our ass blown. It's like, I really just can't really. And then is the Saints D-line really that good? Like, that's another thing. I think like this nigga was getting rushed. Like, most of the ways nigga was getting rushed. Alex Smith was getting rushed. So I don't know. I was gonna go on a way more wild rant than that, but I'm gonna cut him some slack. You feel me? Um, I mean, that shit was just embarrassing, but whatever. I'm not gonna get into politics and shit like that. Congrats to Drew Brees, and you know, let me fix this mic right quick. This mic is acting crazy. Congrats to Drew Brees, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Skins, I don't know. I mean, your past defense, it was pathetic, and you get the most pathetic loss of the week for that. And I better never not see no shit like that again this season, because if you will, I'm gonna have way more energy than this. I'm gonna let this one go just because Drew Brees broke a record and we witnessed greatness, or was it all set up? I don't know. Whatever. He's one of those he's one of those. He's in that elite NFL QB club with Brady and Rodgers, and that you can't do nothing to him. All right. So that's it. I was gonna go in way harder than this. But I'm gonna chill. Whatever. It was Monday Night Football. I expected more. I'm just feel like a disappointed parent. It's like, damn. I thought you were better than this. But maybe it was just, who knows? Did we get deflated after like easy touchdown? Yeah, but why did those easy touchdowns happen? Why did it was two of those TDs, and it was just like, fam, come on, son. You gotta what are y'all just giving them TDs, and it just, y'all didn't want to make it a good game. I've seen y'all play better pass defense than this. That's why I was more disappointed. I've seen y'all play better pass defense than this, and it's like today it was like, no, I don't. We didn't come to play. I don't know. That shit it's stupid. It was stupid. It was wild. The defensive, it was dumb. 43-19. Like, it was just dumb. I'm so happy I did not bet, because y'all niggas, damn, bro. I was going off confidence too, but it's cool. Like, look, I still believe. I just believe we threw that game defensively. We defensively threw the game. You know what I'm saying? That's it. This nigga had to break a record. Okay. Break it on us. At your house. It's the perfect scenario. At home, Monday Night Football on the Redskins. Like, it's just too perfect. I don't believe that we're that bad. I don't believe that we're that bad. So, whatever, man. I was talking heavy Saints shit. I'm still not convinced, Saints. I'm still not fucking convinced. All right? I'm sorry. That shit looked too effortless. It didn't look real. And they're like, oh shit, here we go with his conspiracy theories again. I'm not going to say nothing else. I'm just saying it didn't look real to me. It didn't look genuine. I mean, congrats, but it just didn't look real. The scenario was too perfect. I don't believe shit like that. I'm not a 10-year-old. Like, I'm not a kid that you know what I'm saying? You just believe whatever's given to you. I don't believe that. But I'm gonna leave the conspiracies until after week 9. I'm gonna go on my pick'em now. We're gonna do some pick'em. So just so we can talk shit next week about how right or wrong I am. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Eagles, Giants. I mean, from what I've seen of the Giants, they look like they about to get a win soon. But I don't think the Eagles rocking like that. They had 2 tough losses back to back. I mean, or was it one? I'm not sure, but I know that Vikings loss was tough. So I'm gonna go Eagles on this one. Bucks, Falcons. I mean, honestly, both these teams are playing like shit, but I'm gonna go Falcons, and because I just feel like they're better than them in the past, and we'll see. I could be wrong. Watch fucking Bucks ball out, but I'm gonna go Falcons on this. Bills, Texans. I don't believe in Josh Allen that much. I don't believe in the Bills that much. They haven't convinced me at all. Texans convinced me that their defense is tough ass defense. It's just a tough defense. I'm gonna go Texans on that. Bears, Dolphins. I told you I'm not betting on the Dolphins ever again. So I'm going on the Bears. Khalil Mack about to have a field day. Steelers, Bengals. Ooh, this is a tough one. Especially after last week, I went on my fuck the Steelers rant, but they kind of showed me something against what they did with the Falcons this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going Bengals. Because the Bengals are nice. I think they're number 1 in that division. So that's the only reason I'm going, honestly. And that last week win Like, yeah, I'm going Bengals. Chargers, Browns. Yo, this game is going to be ridiculous. I already know. I want the Browns to win, but I'm going to go with the safe pick, which is the Chargers. And that's not even the safe pick because nobody's safe right now. Like, nobody's safe right now. But I'm going with the Chargers just because. I don't know. I think their offense is like that. But I think Browns defense is like that. I think the Browns defense is like that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Colts, Jets. I'm gonna go Jets. I already told you their running game is too lethal. Colts. I no longer think y'all are anything like, you know. I mean, y'all are decent, but I don't know. I just believe the Jets are taking this one. Offensively, gonna do more. Seahawks, Raiders. I told you, Seahawks are still raw, and Raiders. I think it might be over for them. So I'm gonna just go Seahawks, Cardinals, Vikings. I'm gonna go Vikings. I'm gonna go Vikings on this one. I'm just I don't know. I mean, Cardinals are raw though. That's the thing. Cardinals are raw, but Vikings are the safe pick. Panthers, Redskins. I'm literally only picking the Redskins is because I'm a Redskins fan and we're like abused girlfriends. We're like, he's a nice guy. He just only hits me when I'm wrong. I'm the wrong one. So this is not statistical thinking. This is not Panthers might, you know what I'm saying? But we home and I'm just gonna go with the Skins just because I'm an abused girlfriend in the relationship and I love these niggas. So I'm gonna go Skins. Rams, Broncos. I'm gonna go Rams. Like I said, I think it might be over for the Broncos. It might not though. They might get a great convincing win that makes them a contender again. But for now, I'm not convinced, and I'm going with the Rams because they have the best pass game in the NFC. Jags, Cowboys. That is a tough one. I must say, that's a tough one. But I'm gonna go Jags. I'm gonna go Jags over the Cowboys just because and this is nothing. I'm just going to go Jags over the Cowboys. That's going to be a great fucking game. Another great fucking game. Ravens, Titans. Jesus. I think, look, I want the Titans to win, but I just think the Ravens have better offense than them and defense. Like, I think the Titans have great D, but I don't think the Titans offense is better than the Ravens offense. And I think the Titans D and the Ravens D are a tie, or maybe the Titans are a little better. But I think the Ravens taking that one. Chiefs, Patriots. You already know it's fuck a Pat here. It's a lot of good games next week, by the way. It's a lot of good games next week. But I'm gonna go Chiefs, by the way. Yeah. Fuck a Patriot. I'm gonna go Chiefs. I mean, this is going to be a beautiful game, great game, but this is just my pick 'em. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, do what you do. And Niners, Packers, you already know I hate the Packers, but we have to be like smarter here. Niners have no offense or like anything. So go Packers. I'm picking the Packers, not go Packers, but I'm picking the Packers. So those are my, did I do the eliminator challenge last week? No. Oh, nah, I did. And I was wrong because I picked the Titans over the Bills. All right. My eliminator challenge this week, I want to pick an easy game. Right. And I'm going to go, there's no easy game though. That's the problem. There's no easy game. I'm going to just go ahead and pick the Eagles over the Giants next week. That's what I'm going to do for my eliminator. And, that's the Week 5 wrap-up. I'll be back Week 6. I know, like I said, it's kind of late. I woke up like at 12:31, so you already know how that should be. But, fuck with me next week. Von Whipparachi, I'll be back. I kept it light on the Redskins, baby. Because I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm the abused girlfriend in the relationship. I could have won. I came in with the expectations of me slandering the fuck out of that whole like DB system that they have because they always be getting bombed and shit. But we'll see. Panthers, if they lose to the Panthers in a convincing fashion, you gonna see me. I'm really going N. Like I'm going N on these niggas. So I'm gonna let it go. Whatever. You know, I talk shit about the Saints, but they got the dub. I'm still not convinced. I feel like we gave you that. We handed you that. Like, hey, take my bowl of Cheerio. Rob me, please. You feel me? So, hey, Von Riparashi, Week 5 wrap up. Be back Week 6. Peace. Out. I forgot it's the sexiest. You press N thinking it's gonna end, and it's a whole nother.